deflate you. You know, you play great team defense, and then you get one man who will sneak out, just knock down the three.
A traveling violation out at the top, 13 to 11, 46 and 3/10 seconds. And everybody that came on the bus for Shiloh is going to play. A very, very deep bench.
Yes, sir. If you dressed out, you're going to get some playing time. That's what I like. You know, when you have that type of coaching philosophy, you know, hey, give me your all. Give me everything you have when you're on the court, and don't worry about it because you're going to get back in there later. And that way you don't have to worry about anybody saving up any energy, saving anything up. I want everybody going full speed.
Final 35 seconds. Kipp again working there in the white, around the screen, and behind the back with it off the dribble is Micah Tate. Back up to the top now for Kipp Collegiate, being patient.
It's one of those things that deflate you. You know, you play great team defense, and then you get one man who will sneak out, just knock down the three.
A traveling violation out at the top, 13 to 11, 46 and 3/10 seconds. And everybody that came on the bus for Shiloh is going to play. A very, very deep bench.
Yes, sir. If you dressed out, you're going to get some playing time. That's what I like. You know, when you have that type of coaching philosophy, you know, hey, give me your all. Give me everything you have when you're on the court, and don't worry about it because you're going to get back in there later. And that way you don't have to worry about anybody saving up any energy, saving anything up. I want everybody going full speed.
Final 35 seconds. Kipp again working there in the white, around the screen, and behind the back with it off the dribble is Micah Tate. Back up to the top now for Kipp Collegiate, being patient with 20 seconds on the clock. Aston now to Harper. Harper jab step, put it on the floor with the dribble, nothing there. And the thing about this Shiloh team is you can see right now everybody is long.
Yeah.
So when they close out even in that zone, they're cutting off those passing lanes. Harper, a three. It is off the hill of the rim, no good. Rebound, and that will be the end of the first quarter. A quarter in the books. The Shiloh Generals 13, Kipp Collegiate 11 on the SUVTV.com.
I'm OG, y'all new to the game. I'm OG, y'all new to the game.
Welcome you back to the Georgia Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic. Glad that you're with us here at the SUV TV. I'm Joel Hillsman, joined by Sylvester Williams. We are at Levingood Arena on the campus of McEachern High School. Game 1 of 6. It is quiet now, but boy, by the time the afternoon session gets deep, I think we may pack this thing out.
I'm telling you, man, starting to fill up, you know, bits and pieces. People waking up this early Saturday afternoon say, hey, what a better way to spend your day than come on out here and watch some basketball.
Chicken is fried.
Call me defending national Gamecock, defending national champion Gamecock.
In water polo.
Defending national champion, basketball champion, South Carolina Gamecocks.
In the backcourt, no foul call.
No foul.
Shiloh was able, Spencer was able to recover it. Take it. There's a jump at the foul line. No tip.
Ooh.
Fight for the rebound. Back up. Lewis fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Kendall Lewis been has been very active, 6'5" and a junior underneath. And
5 rebounds on the night so far.
will be going to the free throw line. Long and lanky.
I'm telling you, it looked like he wanted to throw that one back, too. He wanted to try to catch it off the rim.
Good size, man. This Shiloh team, very, very long, very, very lanky. They're very athletic. The first free throw, and it rolls in for Kendall Lewis.
That's that shooter's role, man. You know, you got to have that shooter's role.
One more on the way. Good rotation, and strips the nets.
And, you know, it's important that it works when your team, all of them body shape is about the same shape. You can play that matchup zone that they play.
And get the turnover. King all the way layup. Good.
I bet
Elias King with the theft at midcourt and scores. He's got 3 in the contest, 17-11.
I bet you that's a kid who's happy to be home. He's probably happy to be back in the Atlanta area.
Micah Tate, long skip pass. Shiloh defense very active and almost committed another turnover. It will stay with Kipp Collegiate.
After spending a winter in West Virginia, nothing better than a good old A.
Eric Kinlock, the senior guard, will check back in for the Generals. Number 1. Inbound, Micah Tate lost it, turnover. Lewis with the steal. Up ahead now, and here's Garcia. Garcia up, alley and a hoop. Beautiful layup. Eric Kinlock with the hoop. And a timeout call now as Shiloh has raced out to a 19-11 lead. They open the second quarter with a 6-0 run, Sylvester.
Yeah, they needed that timeout right now. Right now is the time you sit down, regather the troops. You know, Coach Bivens, gather everybody up, calm down. It's an 8-point game, still second quarter. Plenty of time. Let's figure out where we are and what we're doing so we can get this ship back on the right train, back on the tracks.
This is a beautiful gymnasium here at McEachern, Loving Good Arena, and it was refurbished last season. And the one thing I like about it, I've called many of games here. First time calling one upstairs from here, but the lighting is been upgraded, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful arena and a beautiful venue. But I look around and I see girls basketball state champs, state champs, state champs, state champs, state champs. Everybody knows I'm about the McEachern Lady Indians. Do you realize that the McEachern Lady Indians will only play 5 home games this year?
Wow.
Down from 6 because they have them one of the most frequent flyer miles scheduled. And the McEachern Indian boys will be picking up on the travel this year as well. But we've got all day to get into that. But basketball is here. And Sylvester, I know you are a football guy. You've covered a lot of basketball with us, man. And we were joking about it when we first arrived. There's a down low pass and a dunk. Kendall Lewis. Send it in, big fella.
So it'll roll around and make it to the destination.
An 11-point lead now for the Generals. Kipp struggling.
Charge.
Offensive foul. Thomas Williams, the senior, picks up the offensive foul. Kipp was in the game early. Shiloh now has pulled away.
And you like to see that out of young sophomore. That's Taneri Lane. He picked up that charge on the play. Hey, young sophomore, it's a thinking man's game, and he's out here thinking. You don't have to block everything.
Well, they've played very good defense, Sly. I think that's one of the things I've been most impressed with the Generals so far is their defensive effort, swinging around, put it on the floor. King, drive, stop, and an offensive foul call. And it's called on Kendall Lewis. So a turnover with a 10-point lead and 6:10 to go second quarter.
Yeah, got a little push in the back, trying to get some positioning for his teammate.
Tate drives, floats up and in good. Micah Tate, his first field goal. To finish my thought about us talking about it when we got here, when you walk in the gym, it's just that smell of basketball.
Oh, yeah.
And it's in the air. It's beautiful. And every gym smells the same, but smells different. Tip and a steal in the backcourt by Kipp Collegiate on a drive with the pink shoes. Blew the layup. Tip follow. No. And you have to convert the bunnies right there. Here's Garcia. Garcia flips it up ahead. Lewis, power dribble. Up, fake, off the window. Good. I really like what I'm seeing from Kendall Lewis.
Yeah, Kendall Lewis is working it on the inside, man. You know, and that's what I like about this team. It seems like they all have that slight slender frame, but they all work down low, man.
Kick it up ahead. Here come the Generals. Push it, layup off the window, blew it, no. Rebound by Micah Tate. Here comes Kipp Collegiate back this way quickly. All the way floating with the layup, no. Block call, and he'll go to the free throw line.
I don't know.
23-13. Yeah, that was a block. He was moving. Wasn't set all the way.
I don't know. We have to check the replay on that one. I thought he said it. You got to get him, man. Give him the effort. Give him the effort for the charge. I believe, hey, if you don't want to get the charge called on you, go and dunk over him. That's my philosophy.
Josh Thompson at the free throw line. My man with the pink Nike shoes. 6'1" and a sophomore. First free throw rolls in.
He's a sophomore, so that's why he didn't dunk over him. He's young.
So Thompson now will get another one. Multiple substitutions. And Shiloh, they go very, very deep.
Hey, if you're good enough to make the team, you should be good enough to play.
Both free throws are good. 8-point contest now. Shiloh in possession and in the lead, and a foul out near midcourt. And the foul committed by Thompson, the young sophomore.
Yeah, you saw that one coming. You knew it was going to come soon. And Coach Bose stalked him right there on the sideline and said, hey, shuffle your feet. Don't use your hand. You sit there sticking your hand. Play defense with your feet.
Shiloh now in the 1-and-1. The foul on Kipp Collegiate. It's their 7th team foul. 6 team fouls for the Generals. The front end of the 1-and-1 is good by Eric Kinlock. Kinlock will get one more. 9-point contest, 5:12 to go, second quarter. Free throw, good. So Kinlock steps up and makes them both and push that lead back out to 10 now. 25-15. Breaking the press, spins it in the corner, puts it on the floor, lost it, and a foul called. And the foul, to the surprise of Edward Francois, is called on him, 6'4", and a senior. Sylvester, you made a wonderful point earlier about Kipp being undersized, and they are, especially against the length and height that Shiloh has on the floor.
Yeah, and it seems like all the Shiloh players are just built the same.
Kick it back. There's a long three by Dumas. It is no good. Dumas, his first action. Rebound comes down to Francois. Here come the Generals with Kinlock. Kinlock gonna take it, and the pass was stolen. Taken away by Dallas Green. Up ahead, long layup off the window. Easy. Good. By Josh Thompson. And now a full timeout call. Kim Rivers, despite having the lead, does not like what he's seen from his Generals here over the last minute and a half.
Nah, he was seriously disappointed down there. And you can see one thing about early season basketball, coaches are always coaching. They're still coaching. He's on the sideline. When they picked up that reach-in foul on the other end, he's sitting down there coaching the guy. And I think this is every coach's favorite saying, play with your feet. Don't play with your hands. Move your feet. Move your feet. And you have these young kids, they want to stick their hands out there and put their hands in the lane when all you got to do is shuffle your feet and slide to the side and get in front of the man and cut your man off. That's how you play defense. But they're young. They'll learn. They'll figure it out, hopefully. My coach used to always tell me, Coach Curlow, he would say, hey, you're going to figure it out or you're not going to play. Either one. It's going to happen.
25-17 with 4:56 to go, second quarter. Shiloh with the lead. They always teach you to have time and score and be aware of the time and score. I'm going to do that myself until they get the scoreboard corrected. They still have Hawks up on the scoreboard. And that's what I was talking about. There's a brand new scoreboard, new lighting here at Loving Good Arena. On to me, which is the most beautiful high school campus in the state of Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt, this place is great. You know, it used to be a junior college from what I heard.
From what you heard, it used to be a college.
Used to be a college,
yes. John Cantrell. Float, Elias King hit with a travel out of the timeout. 25-17. Very rich in tradition here at McEachern. We were talking last night on our high school football playoff show about our favorite on-campus football stadiums, and this one here, McEachern and Walter Cantrell, is my favorite. It is my favorite. It is very press-friendly. And Loving Good Arena, man, it's nice in here. The renovations have been wonderful.
And I like when you said press friendly, it kind of makes me, you think about all the press boxes that you're in during football season, those open air press boxes, the 10 press boxes, and, you have some that are so great. I really love Central Gwinnett and that big castle that they have up there in Central Gwinnett. That's a nice press box.
Kipp working, trailing by 8. Long three off the right wing,
Oh!
banked it home, banking hours, Chris Dumas.
The bank is open on Saturday.
And the deposit was made, 25-20. King coming right down the lane, picked it up in a foul, did not shut the lane down. Elias King went striding down the right side of the lane and was fouled. He'll get 2. So Kipp, with a little push now, has closed it within 5.
And you can see King looking at himself and talking to his teammates like, oh, I should turn the wrist over. That one, he's supposed to flush it. He's down the lane like that. He's supposed to turn that wrist over, and he's supposed to flush that one. Don't worry about the foul. Just dunk on somebody.
King at the free throw line. 4:05 to go.
King has on low tops, man. I can't get into that fad, man. That's something I can't get into, man.
King splits the free throws. He has 4 points on the day. It's 26-20.
When did this happen, man? When did basketball players start wearing low tops?
Sly, I'm not a fad guy. It's not comfortable for me. The ankle is something you have to protect. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
And the technology and what's marketed out there. And, of course, this is a Nike event. Nike schools, ball tip in the backcourt, rolling, picked up, goes to the ground, stops, and a jump ball will be called. And let's see, possession arrow is in favor of Kipp Collegiate.
One thing I love about high school sports is the parental support. You see Lane's mom down on the sideline. She has on her shirt that says Lane. She's standing up clapping, number 11. Gotta love the parents, man, out here cheering their kids on.
Jumper, no good. Speaking of Lane, he snatches the rebound. And here's Garcia. Garcia into the forecourt, 26-20. There's a jump by Lane, good. The lefty dropped it in. He's played very well. Today Lane, he's up to 8 points in the contest. It's 28-20 and an 8-point lead with 3:06 and counting in this second quarter. Kipp now again working against that Shiloh General zone defense, a matchup zone. Gaines has it on the right wing, spins it to the top, puts it on the floor. Now drive back to Gaines. Gaines between the legs, below, floated up with the right hand. No, good defensive effort. And now a blocking foul, late foul call by the trail official. And Coach Kim Rivers does not agree with it. And going to the free throw line for Kipp Collegiate after he got that foul call is Clayton Gaines.
Something I've noticed a lot, it seems like it's early season for the referees also. So it seems like the referees are making calls, what I would say, out of position. You got the half the side court ref calling a foul on the baseline. It's early season for those guys, too.
It was the trail official.
Mm-hmm. You got one coach saying good call, the other coach saying that wasn't your call.
Gaines' free throw is good. So Clayton Gaines with his first point is 28-21. Second quarter, 2:47. I'm Joel Hilsman. He's Sylvester Williams. Glad that you're with us. Georgia's Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic here at McEachern High School. The basketball season has officially arrived. Gaines, free throw. It is no good. Rebound, ripped down by the Generals. And Nate Reed. Pass stolen, though, by Dumas. Dumas now looking and breaks the pressure. Up ahead, almost a turnover. Aston fought for it and did. He lost it on the baseline. A turnover with 2:36 to go, second quarter.
It's early season basketball. You got these kids trying to get used to each other. And it's funny, I saw a tweet from Jesse McMillan, I think, coach of Norcross. He was saying, we started practice on last week on Thursday, first scrimmage on Tuesday, first game on Friday. It's not much time to get these guys ready.
The jump was good. It is 30-21 now. Long three, Dumas. Hill of the rim, no. Rebound. Shiloh has been dominating on the glass in this contest. Garcia gets it up ahead, now puts it on the floor, a traveling violation. Moving too quick. Truett Spencer hit with the turnover.
They have no conscience on this Kipp Warrior team. They will launch it up from long range without fear.
So now crossing over the timeline is Aston. Aston spins it over to the left side. Kipp Collegiate trailing by 9 and in possession. As we are now under 2 minutes to go and a turnover.
A little bit of sloppy play right here.
Yeah, it has broken down a little bit. I think both teams are comfortable, but at the same time, we've talked about it. The Shiloh General defense, Sly, is really, really, really aggressive, and they are forcing some of those mistakes by Kipp Collegiate.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing about it. It doesn't matter what time of year. Your defense should always be ready. You know, your offense will catch up.
Baseline jumper is no good by Nate Reed, and it will go over to Kipp Collegiate.
Yeah, your defense should always be ready. You know, your offense, sometimes you got to get into a groove. You got to catch up. You got to get used to what you're doing out there on offense. But your defense should always come ready to play.
90 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ooh.
Nice save. Fought for it. Out of bounds. Off of Kipp. And it will be Shiloh basketball. And now they're going to give it back to Kipp. And, you know, you talked about the parental support.
Mama didn't like that one.
and I have to agree with her. She was in position with the ref to make the call. And, yeah, Kipp got a break right there. 75 seconds. Here's Aston between the rings. Spins it over to the left side. A long three by Dumas. No good. Dumas pulling deep threes off the wing. Here comes Lane. Lane on a Euro step his way with a left-hand layup. No, rebound is going to be ripped down by Kipp Collegiate. Ball knocked away. He recovers it down into the backcourt. Is Chester. Long high pass tip, and it's going to be taken away. Here comes the Generals. Under a minute to go. Stop, spin, up, got it blocked, and a foul call. Aston didn't like it. It was called on him. Deshaun Aston picks up the foul there over the limit with 50 and 2/10 seconds remaining.
Strong spin move right there, spinning away from the basket to try to lay that thing up and lay it in. Picked up the foul. You know, this is one thing I can never get a handle on when it comes to some officials. It seems like some plays they're letting them play, and then now to me, that was one of those borderline calls on that one. That was one of those ones that make you go, I don't know, but hey.
Reed's free throw is good. 31-21, 10-point lead. More substitutions now for this very deep Shiloh General team. Tianjay Reels into the contest. One more. Free throw up and in. Good. Rattled it right on down. 32-21. Here's Dumas. Dumas, nice pass underneath. Aston unable to make it. Kipp has blown a number of easy layups right at the rim today. And Shiloh has that 11-point lead in possession. Final half minute. Omari Johnson has checked in now. His first appearance for the Generals. Here's Justin Spencer. And a foul call with 11 and 6/10 seconds. Now, I want to see if you notice something. You'll notice it a lot this high school season. The number 0 is being worn.
Yeah.
They're I'm gonna wait till the second half to get that one out, because you're gonna need more. We're about to go to halftime, but I cannot wait for your opinion on it. The free throw is good by Nate Reed.
Bring that up because, you know, you don't see any number 55s or anything like that anymore because football season isn't over with. We'll talk about that one later.
Free throw, no good. Lane gets the rebound. Boom, dribble, stop, up off the window. No, they fight for it. Tip underneath. Kipp comes away with it with 5 seconds. Kipp moving, floating up to Dumas. No, fight for the rebound. Long pass, and it is no good. We are at the end of the first half. 33-21, Shiloh with the lead on Kipp Collegiate. It's game 1 of the Georgia's Elite Tip-Off Classic. Team SUVTV.com. Style while, but then, as long as the arm is open. But I'm of the nature of whatever is comfortable for the player, then go ahead and rock with it. I'm good with it. Free throw, good by Garcia.
And now it's the grumpy old man Sylvester complaining corner right now. We talk about the kids wearing the stockings up on. They might call them compression shorts or compression pants. I'm gonna call them stockings. I know stockings when I see them.
Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna call them stockings. They're wearing stockings up under the shorts.
The rebound, the Dumas. I'm gonna be honest with you. Those are some comfortable things, man. They really are comfortable. I'm not a big fan of the ones that go all the way down the legs. I like the compression shorts, but they are very, very comfortable. There's a 3-ball. It is gonna be no good. Rebound, tip, fight, out of bounds. Goes into the media section to save it. And now here comes Shiloh, long lead pass, and we have another turnover. Justin D. Young, hoop scene down there. Got them expensive seats down there, Justin.
That's not how you get a good review written about you.
Yes, you do. That's hustle, man. Come on.
You're going to break one of those guys' phones. They're going to have a good write-up on you the next day.
50-25. They are doubled up. Dumas, a right wing 3, no good. The field goal percentage not good for Kipp. They struggled most of the day. And now here comes Kinlock. Kinlock in the lane and a kickball.
Travel.
And traveling is called. We talked about the Nike basketball. That is the Nike Hyperlight, and that is a very, very nice basketball. I went down at halftime to check and make sure I had the books right, and man, that's a wonderful basketball. Good grip, and the technology that Nike used for that ball is outstanding. Turnover by Kipp.
It's amazing how far we've come. We're talking about the technology used for a basketball. 10 years ago, would you ever picture yourself saying that?
Yeah.
You
could just see it. I mean, nothing's better than the Spalding now. The NBA Spalding, that is the ball. But there's Nike basketball here, and, of course, you have your Wilsons. I remember when Rawlings was the big brand. There's a long 3, front iron, no good. Rebound, and they'll take it back, spins it. There's Kinlock. Kinlock goes down in the post and a turnover there. But, I think in companies, it's all about what can make it improve the game. I'm a big, like I said, big Spalding NBA genuine leather. I like that Nike basketball there, the Nike Elite Hyperlight. It is, man, I like that. And the Jordan Brand ball, just the technology, and I like the brightness. It looks like a basketball.
Yeah.
Turnover. And Sylvester, it is a very comfortable basketball. I sound like that. I'm a basketball guy, That's a very comfortable basketball ball. Nike did a very, very good job with that.
At the end of this game, I'm going to have to go down and check it out. I might dunk a few times, see how it feels, shoot a few jumpers, see how it feels,
On the cut, there's a drive, and let's see what they call a jump ball. They will. 50-25. Shiloh has Kipp doubled up in game number 1, 89 seconds to go, third quarter of the Georgia Elite 8 tip-off classic here on the SUVTV.com. Almost a turnover. Lane recovers it. Lane on the give and go. Left-hand layup. Good. Tenary Lane is playing very, very well. And you mentioned he's a sophomore, 6'5", good size. And the lefty has played very, very well today.
Yeah, young man's been impressive. And what I like, he put on a few post moves down there. When early in the game, he had that little turnaround jumper on the baseline. He worked inside the paint with a nice little lefty hook. I like the post moves from the young sophomore inside the paint.
16 points in the game so far now for Lane. Dumas step back, a long 3. He has struggled from the field as he's been trying to show the range. There's the pass. Dumas recovers it underneath. 52-25 now. Shiloh with the lead, a long 3. Aston up, no good. Lane again gobbles up another board, working his way toward a double-double. Here's Spencer. Spencer in the corner, a long 3, good. Strips the nets. A deep 3-ball, and that is Omari Johnson. Johnson off the bench and into the scorebook with a 3. And now they say it is a 2. So Johnson credited with a 2. 54-25, and Kipp all of a sudden now is getting blown out.
Yeah, it doesn't look too pretty for the Warriors over there. What happens, though, a lot of times when you're overmatched between the team, when the team has the better team you're going against, you have to cut out the simple mistakes that you make. You have to cut out the missed layups. You have to cut out the unforced turnovers if you want to make this thing a successful game or a close game. But when you allow those unforced turnovers, those missed layups, those bad shots, you're going to have problems.
Both free throws, no good. So Kipp now overall just struggling all the way now. 54 to 25. Shiloh with the lead.
But this right here, though, is a great learning lesson for a team like Kipp. You play a great, well-coached team like Shiloh. Shiloh, a team with some great history of great players. So, you live and you learn. You play a game like this, you're going to learn. You're going to get a little bit successful, and you're going to remember this butt cutting come January when it's region play. You're going to remember what it feels like. And you're going to remember what you need to do so you don't get this butt cutting again. Another rebound by Lane. Lane just dominating down there, down low. That's number 8. That's rebound number 8.
To end the third quarter, a beautiful job by Lane. We move to the fourth. The SUVTV.com Shiloh with a 56 to 25 lead. The fourth quarter is underway live here from McEachern High School in Loving Good Arena. Game 1 of 6. There's a turnover. Kinlock gonna go with the layup off the window. No. Shiloh and Kipp, the opening act, and Shiloh now pouring it on with a 58 to 25 lead after that hoop by Justin Spencer. Stop. A 3 off the wing. It is no good. Kipp has struggled from the field and from distance in this contest today. Almost a turnover, and was. Stop, float, foul line, hill of the rim. No good by Dumas. Dumas put it back up. Dumas, he has struggled today. Kipp only put up 4 points in that third quarter compared to 23 by Shiloh, and Tiandre Reels gets that layup. Back-to-back 20-point quarters for the Generals, and they have blown the doors open. It is 60 to 25.
Yeah, they're walking away with this one. And one thing about Kipp, they're still shooting. I mean, they're out there launching.
They are not shy. Coming up, game number 2. It'll be the Heritage School taking on Lincoln Academy. So that'll be coming up next. Game 2 of the Georgia's Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic. Yeah, the basketball people are showing up now.
Yeah, you can tell it's a basketball event when some of these old vets come out here. A lot of these old coaches come out, check out the games, man. Hey, see, I like the way he works down low, man. You know, even though he's blocked from behind, that's still a good post move, man.
Nice move.
And he's a sophomore. You know, what if he grows a couple more inches, man? You never know.
He has good size, and the thing about him is he's a lefty, which, that gives him an advantage. There's a drive, no, and a foul call.
Yeah. When you can work with that left hand, and, nobody's used to a left-handed guy. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody, when you're on defense, your main job is to drive the guy to the left. And you got a guy who can, that's his strong hand. Hey, man, that's something you got to like, man. That's one of the great things I love about this job, Joe. We've been doing this a long time, man. We've seen a lot of great players, and we've seen a lot of great players when they were young. And then you can look back and say, yeah, I remember when that kid was a freshman. I remember when I first saw him out here playing, man. That's one of the things I love about this job.
Free throws are no good. Kipp gets the rebound, though, and they'll remain in possession, trying to find something offensively. There's a drive by Bell. No good. Rebound is swallowed up by Justin Spencer. Pass deflected momentarily by Dallas Green, who's into the contest, and he had it stolen. And here comes Kinlock. Kinlock gives it off the lane. Lane dunked it home. Tanari Lane with the one-hand boom, and it is 62-25 as we go under 6 minutes.
Show a little bit of spring in his step.
Yes, he did. We technically should have had a 6-minute fourth quarter because the lead was 31 points going into the fourth quarter, but we do not. So right now we're under 6 minutes with 5:48 to go. Chris Dumas at the free throw line, 6'2" and a junior.
That's that GHSA skunk rule. You know, once the game gets too far out of hand, hey, I got my people laughing. I got a little tongue-tied. I got a little tongue twisted. It happens.
That's not what made it funny. You broke our skunk rule. That's what drew the laughter.
It is the skunk rule. I don't know what you want to call it, but back home we call it a skunk. When it stinks so bad, everybody has to leave. We call it a skunk back home.
Foul on the play, split the free throws, so it is now 62-26. I don't know how to follow up behind that.
What do you call it? What do you call it up there in Athens County?
Athens County, man, you just getting worse and worse today. Wow.
You're from up that way.
The GHSA and the NFHS network, NFHS. There you go. No, the technical rule is the mercy rule.
Mercy rule. Okay.
I know what a skunk is.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not a skunk. That just was funny. I really thought you was gonna say mercy, and you broke out skunk.
Hey, somebody has to be honest.
I didn't say you were not being honest. 63-26. How did I get in this conversation?
When it's a 26-point lead, this is what happened.
That is very true. 63-26, and Kipp was trailing 33-21 at the half, but the third quarter, they were outscored 23-4, and that did it. And they have just struggled from the field. They played very hard. You can see they are a talented team.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What I've noticed about Kipp. A lot of times you get on the court and you see a score like this and you say, okay, this team really just beat the crap out of one team. But it really didn't happen that way. I think a lot of this is Kipp's own doing. A lot of this was some missed layups by Kipp, some bad three-point shot attempts, and a few unforced turnovers. So I think a lot of this Kipp did to himself. And because it's so early in the year, this is a lot of stuff that you can change and you can work on. And, you know, you'll be a whole lot better come January. If you take these lumps now, you'll be a whole lot better come January.
Kipp, a 2A school.
Yeah, Kipp's a small school.
And
Shiloh's one of the big boys.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's an enrollment only. I just, the classification thing, that's one, I'm not going to get on that soapbox.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what makes November and December so outstanding with high school basketball, is because you're going to go and see teams play that, you know, they're not going to meet in the playoffs of their respective states.
Yeah, classification kind of only really matters in basketball.
Oh, the Stars are out now. The Stars are out.
A little bit of royalty come down.
I see that, yes. I want to say fresh out the boat. All right, swinging around. It is 65-28. Kipp, we trying to hang in there with y'all. The three is no good. Rebound, ripped down, and he loses it out of bounds, Kendall Lewis. Lewis has played very well. And again, I'm going to harp on it now. It is the defensive effort from the Shiloh Generals that, I mean, they turned on the defense. They've kept it on, and Kipp has struggled from the field. And Defense has turned into offense multiple times for Shiloh. There's a steal. Good steal by Aston. Aston going to come back, going to try to get a layup off the window. Good.
You know, I love that. You saw what he did? He slowed up. He stepped in front of the defender, slowed up, and used his body to keep the defender off of him, and he stuck that hand out there and laid it up. Hey, that's great basketball IQ right there. I love that layup.
65-30. Glad that you're with us. 4:20 to go, fourth quarter. Shiloh with the lead in game one of the second annual Georgia's Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic right here, the SUVTV.com. Good pass down low, up off the window. Francois, no, and he was fouled. And we'll go to the free throw line. Kim Rivers, despite the big 35-point lead, still not pleased there on that possession. And you can tell, well, you may say, well, why doesn't he go to the bench? Why doesn't he put his reserves in? Where they are deep, and they have been going deep and playing everybody the entire length of the contest. Free throw good by Francois, his first point of the day for the 6'4 senior.
Yeah, that's one thing you say about Shiloh. If you made the trip, you played.
Free throw, no good.
And the funny thing is nobody's on the bench saying, Coach, let me play, because they know they all can play.
Gonna spin it to the corner. And Kipp now will work it around. Coach Bivens, he's still up and coaching. Learning, lesson, and teaching time. A long three by Green, no good. They just struggled from the field today. That's just plain and simple, especially from beyond the arc. Gains a three, no good. Rebound Lewis, and a foul call, and it will be on Dallas Green.
That's 8 boards for Lewis. Kendall Lewis Jr., 6'5", junior. Brought down 8 rebounds so far.
The Heritage School and Lincoln Academy coming up next. That'll be game 2. Then we've got Rocky River, North Carolina taking on Hamilton Heights. Cannot wait to see Rocky River Springer. Man, he's going to be fun. And then the fun really starts locally. It is Meadow Creek taking on defending state champ Tiff. Miller Grove, Norcross in the nightcap, McEachern and Wheeler. We will be here all day.
You know, one thing I love about this Tiff County school, I didn't know much about Tiff County 3 years ago. Didn't know much about them 3 years ago, but all I know is they win. They end up winning the state championship 3 years ago, won another one the year before, and won. No, they didn't win the year before, did they? They lost the year before, and they won last year.
They have 2 championships over the last 4 years.
These
It'll be very interesting, though. One of their best players, Rashad Bateman, who is a high-flying wide receiver for the Tiff County Blue Devils. It'll be interesting to see if he made the trip with them. Tiff did advance yesterday in the Georgia 7A playoffs, so I don't know if he will be with them or not, Rashad Bateman, and he was big in the state championship victory last year over Norcross. So the runner-up and the state champ in 7A both in the building today. And then, of course, McEachern and Wheeler, 7A schools. And McEachern has won the last 2 contests over Wheeler. So it'll be interesting. Free throws, no good. 66-31. Shiloh in full control and have been now for the better part of all of the basketball game. There's the drive. Kick to the corner. Stop. Jumper, no good. Rebound. Kipp still remaining active. They outlet it. Now here's Clayton Gaines. Gaines gives it over. There's Aston. Aston now spins it to the right, and they'll have it back between the rings. We come up on the final 3 minutes to go. Gaines in the paint. Up, no. Shot was bothered. Johnson got the rebound and was tipped and knocked away from him. Kipp going to flip it up. No, hit the underside by Thomas Williams. And now here comes Shiloh. Outletting passes stolen by Aston. Aston now going to come all the way. Layup off the window. Good. Deshaun Aston now, he has 7 points in the contest, 66-33. They're doubled up now. There's a long layup. Good, Aston. So now window dressing going on, and Coach Kim Rivers is not pleased with the effort so far from his generals over the last minute and a half. So he calls a timeout, and this is one of those things where Sylvester, he does not want them to get complacent, lose focus despite the large lead.
Exactly. You know, you have the lead. You know the game's pretty much in hand, but you still have to remember what you did to get here. You know, sometimes you have to winning's not enough. Sometimes you have to make a statement. You have to carry that same momentum, bring that same anger you brought in the beginning, bring it all the way and bring it through the rest of the game, you know, because if you can slack off during the win, what's going to happen later on in the year when it's a close game? When it's a close game and you're playing one of your region rivals, if you're so used to slacking off, you're going to need to be used to bringing that same energy all year long, all game long.
Look around the gym, the Heritage School in the tunnel. They are ready to get ready. Omar Cooper, the founder of the Georgia 8 Elite Tip-Off. I see him and Sean Williams scouting. Justin D. Young is here, and Diamond DeShields is here.
Where's she at now?
She was playing in Turkey. So here comes Shiloh. Coach Rivers still standing and wanting them to execute very well. Jimmy Price into the contest. And here's Johnson. Price, Johnson, Garcia, Francois, and Elias King. A quiet day for King. Shot block, put back up by Garcia. No. Tip, no. Price, foul, and over the back. So a loose ball foul called on the Generals at a turnover with 2:04 to go and a 31-point lead, 66-35.
Roll, I think we're in the bonus now, so we'll be shooting some free throws, extend this thing out a little bit longer.
It will. And an opportunity here for Kipp, as you mentioned, taking the lumps and taking the licks now. But we've seen that, Sly, and of course, glad to be back working with you for another basketball season on thesuvtv.com. But you can lose these early season games. It's just going to make you better for when you make your state tournament run.
Exactly.
And that's the goal of basketball, playing tougher competition to get you ready when it's winning time. There's a turnover. Aston with the steal. Aston's shot was bothered and blocked in a late whistle. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, you can take a early season L in these tournaments right here because it's designed for you to play some of these greater teams, play teams that are bigger than you, a little bit better than you early in the year, and you take these lumps early. Then, like I said, come January, you're experienced, you're ready.
Free throw up, short, no good for Aston. 66-35. The Heritage School and Lincoln Academy coming up next, and that'll be interesting. That is two Georgia Independent School Association teams. And both have two talented players that we will have fun talking about in game number 2. Final 100 seconds now. Shiloh in possession and a 30-point lead and a offensive foul call, which is a turnover. A offensive foul called on Garcia. Garcia didn't agree with it. And Kipp will take over possession.
Both of those schools are looking to try to compete for that GISA state championship this year. Holy Spirit Prep, they're another one who's going to weigh heavily into that conversation. I think we bring up Holy Spirit Prep in a later SUV TV broadcast. Holy Spirit's playing at Hoops Given?
I think so. Yeah, the Hoops Given. Oh, man, come on, man.
We have so much basketball here on SUV TV. I can't remember.
The next 3. This is the first of 3 straight weekends of outstanding basketball on thesuvtv.com, and we are glad that you are with us and will be with us. We are your home for the biggest and best elite basketball talent tournaments. Driving underneath, Francois started on the right and finished on the left, and he scores his first field goal.
Francois with the power move down low. He plays football for somebody.
Long 3, hill of the rim, no good. Kicked off, and the Generals now in the final 50 seconds. Spins it down low, power dribble, Francois, good, up and in. So Shiloh will open the season with a victory, and they will move to 1-0. Kipp will fall to 0-1. And Shiloh working around, being patient, and I think they're just going to work out the final 20 seconds. This Kipp team, they just struggled from the field. They were outsized and not outmanned, but the size differential in the Shiloh defense, I think, really got too much for them. And then in that third quarter, that's when things just really kind of started going sideways. They were outscored 23-4. And the final score, Shiloh with a 70-36 victory over Kipp Collegiate. Game 2 coming up next right here at Georgia's Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic on the SUVTV.com.